said, let our people go so we can go into the wilderness for 3 days and do sacrifices to the Lord. He said, no, y'all ain't going nowhere. And they put more hell on them. Now you got to go get your own straw, and then you still got to meet the quota. So now this is taking place again, but in a different way. Now they're putting more hell on you, but you just don't, you ain't working. You're not making pyramids and shit, but now they're putting more hell on you through the sword, just like in ancient Egypt. And it's only going to get worse. The more the Lord brings the plagues, the more the king of Egypt is going to turn up. The Lord's going to keep hardening Esau's heart until ultimately he delivers us, man.
And those that had the blood on the post, they were all right. They were good. The Lord was plaguing them Egyptians. And we was back in Egypt, we was all right. They was getting hit with plagues. When he plagued them with locusts and frogs and boils, that wasn't touching us. But only in this time, like the brother stated, the elect. So 2/3 are likened unto the Egyptians. Yep. They're gonna get hit by that. We not.
I got
those men. Go ahead.
I got it. Going into the prophecy. So Zechariah chapter 13. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein.
Yeah, two parts is 2/3. 66.6% of the Israelites, they're gonna die. All right. Why? Because they refuse to turn back to the Lord. They refuse to take heed unto the Lord. All right. This time the Lord ain't having mercy on all Israel. The Lord got an Israel of Israel, right? And rightfully so.
And they ain't got that blood on them.
Exactly. Because what? The blood is Yahushua blood. Yahushua not even praying for all of Israel right now, So what? His blood's not on everybody's post, That this time when that death angel comes, which was Yahushua, and he coming back again, do the same thing, man. He coming to slay, And if you're in America and you're not part of the 1/3, you're screwed. You got a horrible time coming for you, And even if you South America, wherever the hell you are in the world, if you don't want to get with the program, you're gonna be killed in front of the Lord, man. Decapitated. This isn't. We're not asking, all right. We're not inquiring if you want to get with the Lord. We're telling you to get with it, get with the program, or die. All right. Keep going.
Yep. Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and we will find.
The fire, like is it maybe it's the rock, maybe. Or say he gonna bring us through the furnace of adversity.
Oh, 2.
Yep. So that's how the 1/3 is going to be purified, all right? Brought through that fire, all right? It's symbolic, We're being purified spiritually, mentally, so that we can be found presentable when the Lord returns. But the 2/3, they're going to have to be purified through fire itself, actual fire, because that's going to be their purification process. Our process is right now. We've been being purified. So as soon as you come into the truth and start changing ways, that's the process. That's when you start getting cleansed, going through that first verse. Because when you come into the truth, man, at the first, things get really heavy upon you. You kind of stressing out a little much. But once you start growing in the knowledge, you can come without care, as the scriptures say. Because you start to realize, okay, this is what this is about. This has to happen. I gotta catch hell. Like really, bros that have become more seasoned, man. When you catch hell, they don't even be sweating it, man. Like, hey, Kahala, how much water? Because we understand why it's happening. All right, the Lord ain't finna just chastise you and leave you out there. But it comes with understanding, because you could know the scriptures and catch hell and you bugging the hell out. That means you don't really understand the scripture. You just, you have a knowledge of the scriptures, but you don't have the understanding. That's why the scripture says, with all that getting, get understanding. All right, because you can have the knowledge to know that a tomato's a fruit, but you wouldn't put it in a fruit salad. You gonna put tomatoes with the pineapples and the cantaloupe? No, you put it in a salad. You have, like I said, that's the knowledge of tomatoes are fruit. With the understanding would be not to put it in the damn fruit bowl, with the rest of the fruits, like pineapple, fruit salad or whatever they call it. You can't put a tomato in there. Niggas gonna look at you like, what the fuck? You don't have understanding, man. That's the same thing with these scriptures. Like a lot of these Christians, pseudo Christians, right? They'll quote scriptures here. They always know the scriptures back to front, but exactly. You have no understanding whatsoever, man. Yeah. Oh man, that dude, dude read all the books. All right, he ran it down. Yeah. I remember that dude. Yeah, cheap, done. God, but you have more on that?
Yeah, let me finish 9. Zechariah 13 and 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined.
Yeah. So what? When you have precious metals, you want to purify it. All right. So what you got to do? You got to melt them down, get all the impurities out. All right, the contaminants. And then once you go through that process, now you got solid gold, solid silver. All right. And that's what the Lord is doing with us. He's making us solid, so to say. He's making us pure. Through what? Through that furnace of adversity, the persecutions, the afflictions, everything, your daily walk, all right? Catching hell, demons hopping on you and messing with you. This is all part of the process. But what do we do when those situations arise? We revert to the scriptures and we get through it. These people lose their damn minds, don't know what to do, why it's happening. Well, shit, it's your fault. You went off somewhere down the road and now you're paying for it. When you get that understanding, then you're able to please the Lord, so to say, because because when you catch in hell, now you're repenting unto the Lord, you're asking for forgiveness, because somewhere down a couple years ago, or maybe one of your past lives, you went off, you sinned against the Lord, so now it's time for you to pay. And now 2/3 of our people are not going to repent. They're not going to come back to the Lord. So what are they going to do? They're going to die. All right. When America's burned coast to coast, nuclear missiles, the 2/3 of our people are going to be stubble for the flames, man. God. Right. Go ahead.
And will try them as gold is tried.
Yeah. Gold, how is gold tried, man? In the fire. You want to see how pure your gold is? Melt that bitch down. You're gonna see how pure it is. That's what the Lord is doing to us symbolically, spiritually. Because when the Yahushua say you gotta be born again, what happens? You gotta be humbled. You gotta start as a child, a baby, And that's that purifying stage, man. Because you can all know all this and that, but when you come into the truth, now you really learn it. You can take some things from the world, not
speak about experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So not everything goes out the window, but you're starting over because you really don't know nothing. You can use your experience in the truth, but until you be born again, that's when the purification starts, right? That you're going through the furnace now. Now you gotta buckle up, man. Because now you're about to be tried. Because the Lord's proving us. He want to see if you're really worthy of salvation. He wants you to do your work. Work out your own salvation. Go ahead, though.
Done. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
That's right, man. The elect. That's right.
The name. It will call on my name.
How's the Lord gonna hear you if you don't even know His name? Yeah, that's nonsense. How we gonna get the Acts? Was it 5 or 4?
There's no other name. Yeah.
There's no other name under heaven which we're gonna be saved through, man. So you gotta know the name, man. And only the righteous will actually call on that name in truth and sincerity. Yeah, exactly. Because you might know the name and still not get saved. But you gotta know the name to get saved. Ain't nobody that calling on Jesus finna be saved, man. But
they shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
The Lord will hear us, man. All right. The Lord's gonna hear His elect. All right, the 1/3. Go ahead.
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is my power.
That's right. So the Lord, the one people, even if called God, He's coming back for His people to make it known that this is His chosen people. This is the royal seed, so to say. All right. That's what the Lord is coming back to establish. All right, His people. All right. And then He's gonna be established as our power again, man, or be known as our power, the power of Israel. You read in the Old Testament, they talk about the power of Jacob, the power of Israel, the power of Abraham. They didn't say the power of Esau or the power of Moab. This is our power, and we His people. All right, the Lord made everything. All right, but what He made a specific people to be the apple of His eye, man, His prized possession. Okay, and that's who you ignorantly call Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We the chosen people of the Most High. All right, God chose us. All right, God didn't bless America. God blessed us, and that's why He's going to destroy America for the crimes that have been committed to His chosen people.
America is just that flame to refine us, man.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
The ultimate flame, because going all the way back to the Syrian captivity, Egypt, all right, Babylon, Greeks, the Roman Empire. Now today, we got nothing but caught hell, man.
No break.
No break.
And our nationality was actually taken from us this captivity.
Yep.
Out of any other ones. We knew who he was during the Romans, and the Romans actually besieged us. They actually, you know.
And they allowed us to build a temple too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. But here,
Oh, not the Romans, the Persians. Yeah, the Persians.
But here they absolutely just stripped us bare. So this is actually the worst captivity we've ever been in, man.
That's the worst
You know?
thing you can take from somebody, their identity. Let's say you wake up one day, don't know who you are, where you at, you're through. You wake up with one leg, you can still hop around though, you know. They just took our nationality from us. Not only took it from us, but stole it, really. They took it upon themselves. So like that, okay, see, if they call themselves Jews, we the Jews though.
They made us
World War
naked.
II, yeah.
They made us naked.
Yep.
That's why we got to get these scriptures back on us to clothe us, which is putting back on our garments, man. 'Cause they made us naked.
That's that flesh coming
Yep.
back on the sinews and all that. That's
Yep.
that. Because right now, our people like the group of gorillas right here. Those are just bones walking around. They don't know what's going on.
Very dry bones.
Yeah. Ashy ass bones, crusty. You know, they don't know what's going on. You know, those are just bones, bag of bones, and most likely they're gonna be destroyed.
Fat
Yep.
off.
But the Lord has put the sinews, the flesh. He made us whole again. That's why the Lord said I came for the sick to make them whole. You know, roughly paraphrase that. Okay. Yeah.
Quick precept, brother speaking about the fire being tried. This is Jeremiah 6:26. The point is 30. O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth and wallow thyself in ashes.
And what time would you do that? Would you wear sackcloth and put ashes on your head? When you're mourning, man. Or somebody died. And what are we mourning, man? We're mourning the death of our people. Look at them, they're dead. And ultimately the death of Yahweh, because what he did for us. You know, that's what we put on the sackcloth. We're mourning until his return, you know. All right? Just like when King David, when they didn't know if his son was gonna live or not, he did that, you know. And then when he died, you know, all right, that's how we gonna be when Yahweh returns, you know. It's like, all right, now it's no longer time to mourn, you know.
Hey, that's the spirit. You said that because that's scriptural. What Yahweh said. Why?
The bridegroom,
Yeah, the bridegroom. Yeah, you know.
Why they fast?
Yeah, why they fast? Hey, they don't gotta fast. But when the bridegroom pretty much leave, roughly paraphrasing, then they shall fast. So hey, we're gonna fast and it puts you in a mourning state. So when Yahweh come back, we're not gonna be mourning them.
Exactly. What else you waiting for? That's the Redeemer. You know, there's nothing to mourn about after that. I mean, you know, there will be a time when the Lord shows us that body that was mutilated, but you know.
Yeah, what is that? Revelation 21 said, "But wipe away all your tears."
Exactly. And
Now, other nations gonna mourn.
Oh, absolutely. Shit.
You know,
When
Especially
they see him
Esau.
coming in the clouds, they just go
So
well.
wailing. You know, the scriptures say, wailing. The heart's failing them from fear.
Yep.
If you died from fear, then that means you was mourning.
Yeah.
you shook up.
That's heavy. It says, O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning as for an only son.
That's for an only son. So like if your only son died, you would be mourning, right? You would be you ain't gonna be in an uppity spirit having the time of your life. Your only son died, you know, that your posterity, you know.
Imagine how Abraham felt. When he had to get ready to offer up Isaac. You know, but he still did anyway. Even though he had Ishmael, but Ishmael, you know, wasn't the chosen. So he knows, I finally got one of, you know, of mine.
Of his actual wife, not a
Exactly,
handmaid, you know.
wife. So imagine how he felt, man. You know, but he did it anyway. It says most bitter lamentation. He said that's the most bitter lamentation.
So how you think the Lord felt? Exactly,
when he had to do Yahweh Shai, man.
Giving up his only or his first begotten son to do that, man.
And that's why he turned his face. He turned his face from it, man. That's why Yahweh Shai felt as if the Most High forsaken. That's why he said, Eli, Eli, Labas Sanaktamai, you know, roughly paraphrasing, because my father, why hast thou forsaken me? All right, the scriptures say the Lord eyes will not behold iniquity. Well, Yahweh Shai took all the iniquity of the children of Israel, so the Most High had to turn his head when he was killed, man. You know, he didn't watch it, you know. It says, for the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us.
And that's Esau Edom. He suddenly come upon y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we know he coming. You know, he told you he was coming. You know,
Right. Lord said He was sending spoilers among us. Yeah.
And we told you that. Look, we got the binoculars. We seen this nigga coming from miles. Cause what another name for seers? You got prophets, and then you got the watchmen.